Surprisingly, Burmese women are the most hooked up to the Doom Doom bra type of lingerie among all other populations in the region. Let's go hear more about their explanations and the findings.
How do you make your brand outstanding from, I would say, Waco or Triumph?
The world situation forced us to do. Yeah. Let's say the high interest rate,
Exactly.
the weaker US dollar compared to Thai baht, even euro and pound. So we are forced not to export more than the past, and then that's why we have to switch to the brand. When we have the brand, we keep the same production capacity that we have because we want to keep the people to work. So we keep the brand, we make the brand. Then we have to emphasize more on the product, on marketing part. Previously, we have only 3 people who work for marketing department when we are very strong on the OEM business. But now it's opposite. So 20 people more in the marketing department. When we do marketing department, then we come down to study ourselves and study the market domestically. And we see that what is our positioning that we should go to make a clear picture for the people. Actually, the brand has been starting in about 40 years ago, but we just leave the brand, anyhow sales. But for the past 3 years, we really focus on the brand and do all kinds of the marketing. We start to have the R&D, just only 3 years because we want to compete with the local brand and also the international brand that stay in Thailand. And the next step is to go to the ASEAN as a region brand. We do customer service, we do CRM, the membership, we do the online business, the e-commerce, we do below the line, a lot of camp, a lot of activity that we merge with school, with the party, with some other party, and also with the department store and even the modern trade. Also, we also have. Today in Thailand, we have about 450 outlets.
450
throughout
outlets.
the whole country. Yes.
Okay, what the concept of Sabina that you want to put in people's mind? Okay, when people think of Sabinas, what do you want like people to think about your brand?
Looks good.
Looks
Yeah,
good.
looks
That's
good.
it.
Yes, that's why if you look at all the television advertising that we have done for about 4 or 5 pieces, since 3 years, the past 3 years until today, we will focus on the function. But when they come to the point of sale, they will see a lot of fashion. But when we advertise as a function. For example, Doom Doom. For example, Soft Doom. The originally Doom Doom developed from a push-up bra. A push-up bra by cut and sew. We have to have a small piece of padding we call cookie, added inside for a small cup lady. And then after that, we find out that, we separate the piece of cookie and sell as sometimes some people buy 2 piece, 3 piece. We wonder why they want to buy 2 piece. They put 2 piece. Some people put 3 pieces. Then why not we make a whole big pad as a finished product, finished garment for them. Then we come out as a Doom Doom. After we sell Doom Doom for a while, we study that some of the girls, some of the lady, they don't want to buy Doom Doom because it's too obvious. People may say, our friends may say that, what happened to you? Yesterday you still have nothing, but what happened to you today? What kind of surgery you can do very quick? And actually they wear Doom Doom. Some of them, they feel shy, they feel ashamed, to wear that is too obvious. That's why we come out with Soft Doom.
Okay.
Soft Doom mean the padding is 50% lower than Doom Doom. Then we sell even more because still have more conservative, but they want to look good, but they want to look too good. They don't want to look too good, so they buy Soft Doom.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another market. This is only an example for a teenage bra that I mentioned. In fact, we still have a lot. Yeah.
Okay. In which country in the ASEAN region can sell Doom Doom like the most?
I would say we start to the ASEAN market. Only very few store, few shop in each country, and we we sell more Doom in Burma.
In Burma.
Yes, yes, but not in Vietnam. Vietnam we sell more on the kit and also the other
okay.
cut and sew. Still some old type of the fashion. We go there. Yes.
Okay. Yes. Talking about the technology, once the ASEAN is integrated in 2015, there will be like, the markets will be open and there will be so many customers and business opportunities, and technology will be one of the two that we can use. What is your plan on that? Do you plan to have like the customization lingerie products, or would you like to have like e-commerce for your products?
Yeah. We do have e-commerce already, and we do sell through e-commerce also. But for the lingerie, the new technology, we don't invest on the really new technology. The new technology is so-called, they call on bra. That means a bra without the thread, but they use the glue. We study before we invest. We work this part by buy and sell to the European market. So we know, but we don't invest in Thailand because it's not sell well in Thailand. It's quite because of the glue and the thickness of the elastic with the fabric. It's hot. People feel that it's uncomfortable when they wear. So we don't invest on this part. We really do something a little bit of them buy and sales only. But the technology, we have to see some kind of technology that sell well. Example, the mobile. Doom is part of the mobile, and Sabina have a lot of mobile. Nowadays, mobile is a technology of the iron bullet. When you put the padding and the fabric, and this bullet chip down, and then it's made too big, too boot, for the bra. I don't know, use the right word or not. Yes.
Okay.
That's the technology that we have to invest. And other technology is on the cutting part, to replace the high price of the high cost of the labor. But still, we still need the labor because this is a workmanship product. You need a good workmanship. Yes.
Okay. I would like to ask about the SMEs, and some of them may watching us now and would like to know, like, what's your suggestion? What are the suggestions for them to enter the ASEAN market from the experienced brand like your brand?
When we talk about SME, we are SME before. Yeah, we are SME before. Before the Thai baht devalue, at that time we only had 300 people, and we starting to do the more export because of the devalue of the money, about just overnight from 26 baht per dollar become 40 per dollar, but now bounce back to 30 baht. At that time we are a small SME also, we also can do export. Now the SME today, what they have to see is to see themselves, what they're good at, what capacity they have, what is the uniqueness. See themselves as make yourself as a good production on a unique part of your product and sell to the unique market in ASEAN. Yeah. But if you look, compare yourself to the big organization that they are really big, you cannot survive, you cannot compare, your cost cannot compete with them. And that's why Sabina, we grow from a different niche within Sabina.
Okay.
So if you are small as an SME, you find your niche. You find the niche market. You find your niche, your keen ability, and then you focus. Yes.
Okay. And as you were an SME before, and how would you like the government to support the SMEs now? Do you think that the 300 baht minimum wage would affect the SMEs in expanding their businesses in the ASEAN market?
Yeah. The only way to survive for the SME is to we cannot sell lower the cost, because the 300 baht make the cost higher for them. They really have to find the uniqueness and make your own brand, make their brand to survive. I hope that some of them can survive by creating some new idea, some innovation. But not many people, but not all people can do. I have a good example. One of the company, they are the newly company. They start as an SME, they do the textile. They put some part of the herb that avoid mosquito. Yeah, and then they can sell. At the beginning of 2 years, they struggle with the sales because nobody care about mosquito on the fabric. Avoid mosquito by the fabric. But one day he find out that the market is there in the temple for people who buy for the monk.
I see.
Yeah, buy for the monk. Today, they are the big exporter for Burma and India, where the country where still have a lot of Buddhists, and the price is not cheap. You know, when you go to buy in Thai, they call dry, Part2 and Jiwon. You know, a normal one is about 500 or 600 baht, but this one, the monk will be feel comfortable away from
Mosquitoes.
One set is about 3,000, 4,000 baht.
3,000, 4,000.
Yes,
From
and people
500
buy.
to 3,000.
Yeah,
Wow.
but people buy. People buy. This is a good example for an SME to looking for something that you're really good at and find the market, the right market. Then you can survive. For the lower the, if you want to, another way to lower the cost for SME, I'm not sure, but they should do. Yeah, they should do also. We already did this for 5 years already. We call lean production. Lean means skin. Make yourself a good shape. Lower the waste, increase the productivity, increase the efficiency. Follow the Toyota way. Yeah. Find a lot of books from the market, the Toyota way. Some book is easy to read. Then you learn how to save your cost. A lot of ways. Get the idea from your worker. Get the idea from bottom up. They everyday life they know. Do a lot of Kaizen. You know, Kaizen mean some technique that a person know and then they use it. He or she do it every day. Does every day, but nobody know. You have to have the incentive to promote the good idea, to share to the whole group of people. This is another way also. This technology, this idea of lean, you know, they don't have finish there. I mean, I should say, they still keep progress and progress. You know, the more you do, the more you find out how to save the cost. We do for 5 years already. We still continue, and we find something new every month. Yes.
Thank you for joining us today คุณบุญชัย สวัสดีค่ะ
Yeah.
Follow Towards 2015, open up to the ASEAN market every Wednesday and Thursday from 10:30 to 11 p.m. on ASEAN TV. And you can also follow us online via Facebook only on ASEAN TV.